Hi, everybody. Welcome to today, the Thursday, the 10th of October. And we are very excited to have everybody here in the afternoon call. We've got a few new guys. We've got a few older people, not old, more, what do we say, not senior, experienced in Lifewave. But even with that, we are still all actually young, but most of us are already super excited. So I'm very excited with Trish, who's going to present with me today, but she's going to present the second part of it. So I'm going to first just tell you my story, then we're going to start with the presentation, and then Trish, I'm just going to leave it to the second part to tell your story, if that's okay with you.
Perfect.
Okay. Awesome. All right. So my name is Amanda Eys. I live in Grootbrak in the Western Cape in South Africa. At the moment, I'm in Bloemfontein. And that's one of the stories that I'm grateful to share, to be able to be in Bloemfontein, because my mom got sick. And you know what? I didn't have to ask anybody's permission. I didn't have to put some leave in it. I didn't have to ask my boss. I could just organize my things and get in my car. I'm working from wherever I want to work, and every opportunity to meet new people is an opportunity to tell them and change their lives. So I went on a little bus, and the one lady there, I said, "Where are you from?" And she's actually, her sister is basically terminally ill with cancer. So I shared with her about the patches. And then I asked the guy whose little bus it is, how do you do this? How do you do it? And he's working 3 jobs at the moment. And guess what I did? I told him about the business opportunity. So, you know, this is just so amazing that we can do this. And welcome, Marinda. Okay. So, guys, I'm going to start the presentation. Oh, no, I'm first going to tell my story. So how I started, around about January, I heard about Lifewave patches. And I heard about it because somebody that I knew and trusted and respected got involved with this. And I looked at this and I thought it was a lot of nonsense. Little patches helping people with pain. I didn't think it could work. I thought it was nonsense. For me, hearing things like energy healing and light therapy, it was like over my head. It's like, I know pills and I know things like that. So I wasn't interested. But then in 3 months later, I got COVID. And wow, 4 weeks later, I was still in bed. I couldn't get even in front of my desk. I couldn't earn an income. And after 4 weeks, I said to my husband, just come and walk with me a little bit and just get out of the house. And we walked 150 meters and my heart just went like this, wanted to jump out of my chest. It was a very scary place to be. I was healthy before that and fit. And suddenly I couldn't even walk 150 meters. And fortunately, my sister sent me patches. I put the patch on my back, not believing that it would do anything. And half an hour later, my eyes was just looking over each other. I couldn't stay awake. And I fell asleep. It was 8 o'clock in the morning. And when I woke up 2 hours later, there was nothing wrong with me. Nothing. I didn't believe it. I mean, who believes anything like that? And so I just kept it calm. I didn't want my heart to do that thing again. But 2 days later, I thought, let me just go walking a little bit, see how far I can get, see if it's really happening. Am I really better? And we live in a very mountainous area. And I walked 1.5 kilos without any problem. And 4 days later, when I looked on my watch, I had walked 9,000 steps. And I was converted. I mean, this was just miraculous. It's not normal. And by then, I had already decided to do the business. I had some patches. I had some IceWave patches, started patching people with really a lot of fear in my heart, because it's a very fearful thing to start patching people the first time. I think Trish will probably tell us about that. And, you know, seeing miracles happen in front of my eyes. Not all patches is what we call one patch wonders, but it's been miraculous. The last 6 months of my life has been amazing. The business part of it, the business opportunity, giving me hope, changing my life. I'm so grateful for this opportunity. And I'm so grateful for everybody that's here, because everybody that's here are here to change their lives and also to change other people's lives. And you have to have the right heart to be here and to even think about doing this business. Because if you're not a person who cares about other people, you wouldn't be here. So thank you for being here and being willing to listen to our presentation. I'm going to start sharing the screen. And I talk a lot because I'm really excited. So just excuse me for that. Let me just change a little something. Yeah. Just talk or something that I don't get nervous here. Oh, let's start now.
You don't get nervous, Amanda.
If you don't see it, it's just because I hide it very well. Okay. I do. Okay, guys, let's start. So the question that we always start with is, have you been patched before? Now, some of us have been patched quite a while. Others just started and some have not been patched yet. So let's just start. I just want to change the screen a little bit so I can see. Oh gosh, okay, there it goes. Right. So we always start with talking about David Schmidt, who is the CEO and inventor of Lifewave patches. This is an old slide because he's already got more than 180 patents. It seems like he started patenting and inventing things since he was a young boy. He's a scientist and inventor. He specializes in age reversing, and we'll explain that a little bit later on. And he's been going on with these research and inventing and things for many, many years. But in 2008, he started focusing his research on stem cells, because that is when the whole world started waking up towards the amazing things that stem cells do. So I'll explain that a little bit later on, because I knew nothing about stem cells when I started with this. So the recent patent, which is the X39 patch, took 10 years and 4.5 million to bring to market. Now, not everybody knows what a patent is, how it works, so I'm just going to explain it here. You cannot just patent something. You've got to prove that it actually works. You've got to have clinical trials and tests and show that whatever you claim in your patent must be able to be proven. So just listen carefully of what this patent says. Its embodiments as a result of elevating your copper peptides, we know that definitely happens, including the activation of stem cells, improvements in energy, elevation of antioxidants, reduction in inflammation, management of pain, improvement in stamina, elevation of collagen production, and improved wound healing. Guys, this is amazing claims to make. And he got the patents for that. So that's very, very exciting. And a patent is taken out for 20 years, or you can have a patent for 20 years. And we still have 16 years left on this patent, which is very exciting. So why do we talk about the X39 stem cell activation patch? How stem cells work is that the fewer stem cells you have, the faster you age and the slower you heal. So how stem cells work is everybody gets born with basically you are just a lot of stem cells when you are born. But then stem cells don't have a specific function. They just lie, let's say, dormant in your body until something happens. Let's say you cut your skin. Then the stem cells rush to your skin and they turn into skin cells. Or let's say you've got a problem in your liver. The stem cells rush to your liver and they become new liver cells. So that is why you are becoming younger as your stem cells start making younger cells for you. Okay, so everybody are experiencing symptoms of aging, but how the amazing thing with stem cells is by the age of 30, only half of your stem cells are still active. And by the age of 60, you lose almost all stem cell activity. Now, the healthier you are, the better you eat, the more you drink and things like that, that can affect the amount of stem cells that are still active. But this is a basic rule of thumb, that by the age of 60, you lose most of your stem cell activity. Now, how X39 works is it's a proprietary form of phototherapy, which means it's light therapy. Now, we all know that when you go out into the sunlight, your body creates more vitamin D. We also know that when babies get jaundice, they put them under lights, and these lights will heal them. So this is exactly what it is. It's light therapy, and it just works with nanocrystals. So these little patches, it's little nano, which is very small crystals. It's in a certain lattice that it's been created, and it uses light to activate. So it uses your body's own infrared light. And I always think of it as a little mirror. It's just like a little mirror that's like on your skin, and it reflects the light back onto your skin, and then it creates these copper peptides, or activates the copper peptides, and then these amazing things start happening in your body. What's amazing is that it's non-transdermal. It's not like other patches where whatever they put in the patch goes into your body. So nothing that's in the patch goes into your body. It's just reflecting the light back onto your skin. So there's no drugs or chemicals or stimulants that goes into your body. It's non-invasive. You can get stem cell transplants but it's actually somebody else's stem cells that goes into your body. Or if you get copper peptides, you can get more copper peptides into your body, but it goes in there with drips and things like that. This is non-invasive. It stays on the outside of your body. It's very exciting. So let's talk about some of the benefits, not all of the benefits, but some of the benefits that most people experience in time with X39. You get an increase of strength, reduced inflammation, increased stamina, much more energy and vitality, mental clarity, restored muscle and skeletal conditions, improvement of sleep, and improved skin appearance. So you're going to achieve optimal health, a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being. But it's very important to know that with Lifewave products, we do not make medical claims. It is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or medical condition. It helps your body to heal itself. Okay, so your body is doing the healing, What's exciting, this is a topography map of a 77-year-old woman. It's just one of a few people that they did these tests with. And they placed the X39 on the back of this lady's neck. But when she came in session 1, you can see how her brain was looking. A lot of inflammation, and she had a lack of brain coherence. You can see the yellow and the red and the orange on this picture. And after this picture was taken, they put the X39 on her back. And on session 2, after 3 weeks on the X39, you can see there was no more inflammation in her brain. She had improved brain coherence. And in session 3, after 6 weeks of X39, she had a complete turnaround and better brain coherence. And what's important is that her brain remained calm after wearing the patch for 6 weeks. So this is really, really exciting that you can see what these patches do. Listen, very few of us believe that this little patch can make a difference, but seeing it on a topography map, it's just super exciting. So what is the long-term effects of the X39 patches? Then this is studies that was done. You can see the studies on this website. This is it, info.com. We'll talk about it later again. But within the first few days, more than 4,000 of your genes begin to reset. Within 6 weeks, your brain becomes balanced. Within 3 months, your collagen is increased. And within 6 months, your heart reverses in age. So that is why we're saying, sorry, I just want to go back to the heart. The clinical tests show that your heart reverses in age up to 8 years. Guys, this is huge, very exciting. So this is why we are saying it's not anti-aging. It's not stopping you to become older. It's actually reversing your age with the new cells that you are getting. So how do you wear this X39 patches? You wear your patch 12 hours on and 12 hours off to repair and rejuvenate. Why we take it off for 12 hours is because if there's stimulation onto your skin, and if you keep on stimulating it the whole time, it doesn't react, your body doesn't react as good as when you give it some time to repair and rejuvenate. So you wear it for 12 hours and then you can throw the patch away and then you put a new patch on and repeat. But what many people do is that they will take off the patch and then put it on your spouse or on a child or on a dog. We've got amazing, amazing testimonies, but the tests were done on 12 hours on, 12 hours off. Now, before 2020, when the X39 patch came onto the market, there were many other patches, about 10 other patches. There are patches for energy, for sleep, for hormones, inflammation, pain, many different patches. Now you can wear more than one patch at a time. X39 is always going to be the patch that you want to patch. They're always the first one that you can start patching with, but you can put some of the other patches with it at the same time. It's no use having 2 X39 patches, for instance, or 2 Icewave patches or whatever, but you can wear more than one different patch at a time. And ideally, you would want to drink a lot of water and electrolytes, because then the patch is going to work even better. Okay, so X39 is so sophisticated, but very, very simple to use and to explain. So even a child can just take the patch, put it on your back, and it starts working. I mean, even a dog can use these patches or get it used on them, and it starts working. So it's so great. It actually works. And I'm going to stop the sharing so that we can share a few stories on here and we can share with each other what the patches have done for you. So I've already pointed to some people, but I'm going to pretend I didn't do that, and I'm going to pretend that this is all voluntary and everybody's just going to jump at telling their stories. So I'm going to give you the chance now to speak. Whoever wants to can just unmute and share. And if you don't do it by yourself, I'm going to make you do it. So let's see who's going to start. Amanda, go for it.
I just need to share this. It's so exciting. I used to start using the X39 11th of May because of an unruptured aneurysm, and it immediately diminished the painful headaches I experienced and all the symptoms that went apart with it. So I had 2 procedures done, the angiogram. They had to do actually a cranial open brain surgery, but because I started patching, I'm sure that it gave the way out for placing the stent and the coil as well. So I'm still patching, but besides that, today I'm alive to tell the story, and I'm very happy it did not rupture because it was very serious. Also, secondly, I went on holiday, and this was 2 weeks ago, and I suddenly just realized my breasts are so soft. I have for more than 28 years suffered from fibrocystic cysts and lumps in my breasts. And I just woke up this morning and I just said, my breasts are so soft. I can't believe it. All those cysts, all the lumps, the fibro cysts, they are gone. I've got the most beautiful soft breasts. Yes, and I think that is the most amazing surprise I had, you wearing the X39.
Awesome. Thank you. Excellent testimony. Thank you very much for sharing something so personal with us. We really appreciate that. Thank you, Amanda. Stein, now is your time to jump in.
Hello,
You can do it.
I'm Stein. I stay in Jeffreys Bay. I've got a very touchy testimony about a lady friend with her menstrual cycles. She had a lot of lower back pains and headaches before she started. And I patched her with an Eon on her lower back for the back pain. And that had amazing results. The next morning, there were no pains. Everything was just brilliant. The flow was reduced. And what makes it even more amazing is she patched for about a week with Eon only. And the next month, it caught her by surprise. Because there were no back pains, there were no headaches, no signs whatsoever. So that was quite amazing to see and to hear. And then another testimony, yesterday, another lady friend of mine at school, the kids at sports practice, and they came off the field, and her daughter complained about her sore throat. And then the mom also said, but her throat's also a bit sore, they're catching something. And I took an Eon out of my bakkie, and I sticked it on her throat against the side. And this afternoon, when I fetched the kids from school, she didn't even tell me anything yet until then. I saw her again, and she said she actually tried to phone me, or she wanted to phone me, because her throat pain was gone before they even took off in the bakkie. And she took the patch off her throat and put it on her daughter. And before they reached the stop street at the end of town, because they also stay on a farm, her daughter said, "Mom, what's this stuff? Something's not good. This weird." And both of them was just miraculously healed with a sore throat. So, yeah, that's a one patch wonder combo. Amazing.
Absolutely awesome. Thank you for sharing such a personal story, especially for a male. But I've been trying to get Stein to share this testimony because there are so many women who need to hear that. And we need to give the hope for that. So thank you, Stein. I really appreciate it. And I love how you are excited about the story. You know, we need to patch because that is what changes people's lives. Thank you so much for sharing that. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for the opportunity.
Awesome. Who else is going to share?
I'll share.
Thank you, Avril.
For years, and when I say years, I mean many years. I've been retired now for 6 years, and I've been here in Mossel Bay. And one of my goals was to go for a walk every day. And I could never walk because every time I walk, I get pins and needles in my fingers, and my one leg, I get pins and needles down the leg, the side of the leg. So I used to walk, not much, because of that. So I would just take a short walk and go back home, and I could never enjoy the walk because it was always painful. This morning, I went for a walk, and I had no pins and needles in my fingers, and I didn't even feel it in my leg. I felt it slightly in my leg, but it's almost not there. So I'm looking forward to walking every day. I started walking on Monday, so it's now the 3rd day, but this morning I felt that that numbness in my fingers is not there anymore. So that was really exciting, yes.
That's absolutely awesome, Avril. And I wonder how much of the fact that you can breathe now, maybe you can just quickly share what happened before that with them. I wonder how much of that's got an influence on your legs now.
I'm sure it will. Yes, for many years, I had an op like 25 years ago. And ever since that op, okay, my lungs collapsed. And ever since then, whenever I get a cold or flu, it goes straight into my chest. And then for months, it's like 7, 8 months, I would have a wheeze, and my chest was always closed. I mean, even after that, I would be talking and I can feel I've got to breathing like that. And I could also feel that I could hear my chest. I would sit and watch TV with my husband, and he'll say, "What's going on there?" And actually, it was just my chest that was wheezing. And yes, after using the X39 for 2 weeks, I realized that I'm actually breathing normally again. So that whole wheeze and that chest, that tight chest, is not there anymore. I could never sit and, like we were talking now, and I would be able to laugh. I couldn't do that without coughing.
Wow.
So yes, that's very amazing. I'm excited about that. Very excited.
Excellent. Oh, thank you. Thank you for sharing that, Avril. Thank you. Quentin? Thank you.
Yes, hi everyone. Right now I got introduced to Lifewave by Amanda, and it took me about 2 months just to do the research and so on. But eventually I signed up. I think she patched me first with the Eon, where I was sitting with the chronic pain in my ear. My whole ear was basically shut off, and heavy sinuses. And she patched me the morning, and she left in the afternoon. All of a sudden, my ear just cleared up. I just started hearing through it. It was actually a weird experience, because you get so used to your ears being closed, and then all of a sudden you get you realize you're hearing properly out of that ear then, and the sinus cleared up. So I think it was due to the inflammation and so on that the Eon helped. And that basically convinced me that something definitely has changed. Then I ended up going on to a silver pack, and then getting X39, Eon, and the Ice Waves. And then I started patching family members. Now my mom has had a shoulder op, and she needed to go for another shoulder op. And we patched that shoulder, and within 5 minutes she had full function on that shoulder, not feeling any pain. Then she wore that patch for the whole day, and that late in the afternoon she realized the pain is coming back into the shoulder, and she was actually wearing it for I think about 16 hours again. So she realized that the patches are wearing off, and she actually got concerned because she can't feel the pain in the shoulder, that she might injure her shoulder. So yeah, there's been fantastic results on the patches. So I'm fully convinced about it, and yeah, looking forward to taking it on again. Yeah.
That's awesome, Quentin. It's so wonderful. Quentin told me once before, but now hearing it again and just realizing, if we are brave, because Quentin wasn't open, he wasn't really open to this, But because I patched him, he had a huge difference in his life and a change. And it blesses my heart. Thank you, Quentin, for being brave and telling your story, because it really blesses me and encourages me to go out more and tell more people changing their lives. So thank you very much for that. Is there anybody else that wants to share something with us? Okay. Trish is going to tell us her story now, but because we are going into the business opportunity part of that, I want to share something with you. I've got a friend, and I think most of all we want to help our friends. And I've got this friend in the Cape, and I've been trying to tell her about it, but she's been so closed up. And physically, she really needs it. But also, she needs the business opportunity, but most of all, she needs it physically. She's got eye problems. And because of that, she cannot continue properly with her job. And her husband needs to drive her from place to place. She's a estate agent. Now, can you imagine your husband has to drive you, and it keeps him busy the whole time. And it's a serious result in your body, in your life. So I've been trying to tell her, but she's so closed up. Now, my other friend, Sainky, who is up and down here, she has got an amazing result with her eyes. And I've been telling my friend Margaret about Sainky's results. Man, she doesn't even hear that. She wasn't hearing that. And I personally spoke to her on Zoom probably about 4 times. And then somebody sent a little testimony, and that is why our testimonies are so important. Somebody sent probably a 30-second testimony about this eye disease. And I thought, this is now the 5th time that I'm going to send my friend some information. And I sent it to her. It's about 30 seconds. You know what? She reacted to me and she says, oh, this is amazing. I cannot believe what you're telling me. And I'm like, I have been telling you. But anyway, she's like, the first time I've ever told her. She was on a Zoom call that same day, and she got excited. And it took a while because she had to get the money together, the same story. And she got her patches 3 days ago. And those who was already on my Lifewave group would have seen the testimony of this her husband saying how he had this hip problem. He sent me another video before that one that didn't sound as nice, like in a little box like that, but he was almost jumping up and down, and they were giggling, and because his leg can move again. And he said the first night he thought this couldn't be, that cannot be after one day. And the next day he can put on his shoes again. His feet isn't swollen anymore. He can move his legs up and down. He couldn't do that. And I just realized again, don't stop if somebody said no the first time, or the second time, or the third time, or the 4th time. You may think your testimony doesn't mean anything. That 30-second testimony is busy changing somebody's life completely. So yeah, I just want to encourage you with that. And with that, I'm going to give over to Trish, who's going to do her first presentation, but she is so excited. She's one of those people, she joined, but she didn't get excited in the beginning. So Trish, I'd love for you to share that part of it as well, that you weren't excited in the beginning. So I can't wait to hear what you've got to share with us.
Okay, hi everybody, my name is Trish and I'm from Westville in KwaZulu-Natal, have lived here all my life, and I have my own business. My husband and I have an insurance brokerage, so I run the short-term side of the business and I've been doing it for 20 years and I love it. And the reason I love it is because I help people with premium. I try and keep their premiums down and do the best I can to give them the best premium for their insurance, because we all know insurance is a grudge purchase. Anyway, I was introduced to Lifewave towards the end of May by Kim, who I'd met through a networking quite a few years ago. And Kim is Amanda's downline. And Kim was so excited about these patches. And when I listen to everybody, how they do research and make up their mind, I must be very gullible, because all I did was have a face-to-face meeting with Merle and Roseanne, and then I joined. Knew nothing about the patches except that they're supposed to do all these miraculous things. I did no research at all. I'm obviously just not that type of person, so I'd never be a good inventor. And got my first patches. But so for me, I'm very business orientated. I love business. I love to be in business. And so I think for me, it was hearing that I could earn US dollars. That for me was the big thing. And also that I could show other people how to earn US dollars. Because when you're in South Africa, if you can earn foreign currency, well, then the sky's the limit. So that was my first draw card. Anyway, the patches arrived and, oh gosh, I really struggled with understanding the business side of it. And I wasn't a one-patch wonder by any means because I don't have any really chronic diseases or anything. Thank the Lord for that. So, yeah, I was a little bit disappointed, I would say. Anyway, I don't want to go into that. It lasted, I would say, June, July. I would think only from about August, I started to click. And, it happened because Amanda was so generous with her time and help, because we had a couple of calls and she could see like, I don't know where this girl's going to end up. But she still persevered with me and she was just always so available. And I started to click and the business side started to click with me. And I wasn't, and I was bringing in people, so as long as I wasn't doing anything. And I think for me, where the excitement came finally was when I signed up my fourth silver person and I went manager. So now I knew I could earn the cycle bonuses, etc. And I think that's where it became more for me. But then also, I hearing so many testimonies of people with illnesses. It blew my mind how many people are ill around the world. And I just wanted to now help people with their health as well. So, so I started to really look into it from that side of it, helping people. So let's get rid of that. Helping people with their health as well. And slowly but surely, I've just got more and more into it and more excited about it. And unfortunately, working full-time in my business, I don't have the time to do it full-time. But because it's my business, I'm still able, like now, to take this time at 3 o'clock in the afternoon and do the Zoom call. And then I'll go back to my other business. So for me, that's the absolute beauty of it.
And
Anything
did you
else?
have your personal results?
Oh, so my personal results have been mental clarity, much more energy, sleeping so well. And I'm not taking the silent nights or anything, just the X39 and occasionally the Aeon. Sleeping so well, my body is so much stronger. And I also had an incredible result with the migraine, where my eye blurred very badly, and that's my trigger. I'm going to have a migraine. Normally I rush off for my migraine pack. And the headache then comes in full force. I have to lie down, close curtains. Long story short, I patched with Icewave, one on this side and one on that side. Came back to the office, carried on working, and the blurring of the eye went very quickly, and I carried on working, waiting for the headache to come, and nothing happened. By 6 o'clock that evening, I had another Zoom call, also with to do with Lifewave, and I could feel the headache there a little bit, but it was just a little headache. And did my Zoom call, had my supper, went to bed, normal time, slept, woke up. And that for me was the big test. I was waking up feeling absolutely fine, because normally after a migraine, you wake up feeling totally washed out, and it takes you a couple of days to get over it. So that has been my own real personal testimony. And then just also on the business side, I felt very strongly last Friday, God say to me, you need to stop being generous with the patches, because I hadn't patched anyone. And I thought, oh, okay, Lord, I don't have Icewave, and I know people who need the Icewave. So I have a chiropractor who lives not too far from me, and she's with Lifewave. And I asked her if she had Icewave patches, and she said she does. So Saturday morning, I went and picked up a full sleeve of Icewave from her, took my X39 and my Aeon of my own, and off I went. And I went to 2 families. But the one that was the best result for me was their 12-year-old son had been kicked in the knee by a horse a few days earlier. He'd had an MRI scan, but hadn't had the results yet. And of course, he was in pain and, walking with, having a hassle to walk. So I patched him with the Icewave, one on either side of the knee, inside and outside. He went back to his room. He was playing games, TV games. And then he came back a little later and he said he can put pressure on the foot. Which, yes, that was a big breakthrough. And in the meantime, I patched his older sister, who had broken her coccyx many months ago and had also hurt her ankle very badly. And I patched her with Icewave under her feet, and then I put the Aeon on the back of her back for the coccyx. And also, before I left, which was about an hour later, she was also feeling the relief, which was especially in the coccyx. But for me, the exciting part was when I got home, the mom sent me a video of the sun with the knee, and he'd walked through walking absolutely fine, no limping, no scared to work, just walking, and he was so excited. But I think he overdid it because he now could walk that. The next morning he woke and it was sore again. And that's what happens. People think it's been healed, but actually hasn't. It's just relieving the pain. So that was great for me to have my first sort of experience of patching people. It's nerve-wracking because you don't know if it's going to work. You know, you still have those doubts. Is it going to work? So when you see it working, it just makes it so much more exciting. So yes, that's, I think, my little testimonies. Oh, and my husband, who's 67, he had only been patching for a short while and he cut his thigh very, very badly. And didn't have stitches or anything, although he probably should have. But 10 days later, I had a look, and this wound, I've actually got photos of it, this wound had healed beautifully. It was just a purple line. There was no scar tissue, and now it's just about gone altogether. And that after 10 days was amazing. So that's the effect it has on the wound healing, which was also a testimony for me. So that's me.
I love how you're getting excited and then you can't stop talking. That's really great. That's what Lifewave does to you. Okay, awesome. Thank you. Doing a great job. And I'm going to start sharing again. You can just go on from here and just continue. Okay. Awesome. Oops. Okay.
All right, so this is still just a part of the product where this website, www.thisisatinfo.com, this is the website that we should be pointing prospective brand partners to if they want to know more. This is a way. Don't try and tell them all about it. Just send them to this website. Ask them to watch the first 3 videos. The one is about phototherapy. The other one is from David Schmidt, and then a chiropractor who used to be, he now works in mental health, and he talks about how effective and how he believes in the patches. And then there are also testimonies on this website for people to have a look at if they want to. So we don't know it all, but you send them to thisisatinfo.com and they will pick up so much information. All right, Lifewave and the company growth is just amazing. You know, some people say, oh, when I first told my daughter about this that I got, and she said, oh, Mom, it's just a scam. I've had a look at it. And I got quite offended because I know who David Schmidt is and I knew about the company. And I said, you know, this company's been going for 20 years. They celebrate their 20-year anniversary this year. How can it be a scam? If something is a scam, it will not last 20 years. So we are a 20-year-old company. And it's lovely to say we are a 20-year-old company because we are all part of it. And, you know, the growth has been phenomenal. If you look at those figures from $20 million in 2021, let's come right through to 2023 of $430 million. And apparently they're expecting to do by the end of 2024, $600 million. Now, that's certainly not a scam if you are looking at those kind of financial results. The product, Lifewave, is open in, it's now over 80 countries. And it's only been in South Africa 3 years, so we've got to jump on the bandwagon and get in as many people as we can. But for me, the most exciting thing is because in sales, even in insurance, it's not a Me Too product like most other companies. There are many weight loss companies out there, skincare companies, supplement companies, insurance companies, and you try and tell somebody, oh, you must buy my supplements, and they'll say, oh, I've seen this one, I'm sure it does the same thing and it's cheaper. We don't have that problem with Lifewave because it is unique and it's only one of its kind in the world. And then, of course, how it's grown. If you go to businessforhome.org, it's an association of all multi-level marketing companies. We are now ranked the #1 momentum company, which means the growing the fastest. And that is just so exciting. Okay, this is such a lovely slide to look at and for us to ask other people, what is most important in your life? Is it your family? Is it time? Is it the freedom to have time with your family, to do things you want to do? Is it security? Is it travel, better health, or less debt? And I know for so many, everybody comes into Lifewave with a different reason behind it for what is most important to them. For me, I think it was the freedom and not even the travel so much, the freedom, the time, and the security of the finance, definitely. So that it is what we have to look at. Why did we join? Now, for me, this is what I'll always struggle with, compensation plans. So be patient with me, because I'm going to see if I can do it as well as Merle, who's been doing it for nearly 2 years. Okay, you know what? This compensation plan is one of the best in the world. It is so easy once you understand it, and you know what I love about it, and what shows that it's not a pyramid scheme, is that it's not the people at the top who earn everything and those who come under them. You just get the dribs and the drabs. Everybody is basically helping everybody, and we're all on the same page when it comes to the earnings. We all have the opportunity. So you know how easy it is. All you need to do is know 4 people, bring them into your team, sign them up as brand partners, 2 on your left and 2 on your right. And that is what is known as the binary system. So we build our left leg and we build our right leg. And with the commission, you can earn, I mean, please, Lord, that's where I want to be one day. We can earn up to $25 each week. That is what it's capped at. I mean,
Sorry, I want to say 25,000.
Sorry, $25. My goodness, $25,000. Could you imagine that? Oh my word. Okay. So now I'm going to look at my notes, because I made notes while Mel was talking, because I want to get this right for you guys, for people to share. Okay, so when you become okay, let me explain to you, which I know Amanda does too, the different ways you can earn with Lifewave. You can either sign up people as a preferred customer. Okay, they will purchase it at her wholesale price, and you'll get a commission on what they purchase. Then if you sign up a new brand partner, you know, this is My Way Insurance, and they determined to get me to answer the call, and it's fine. So if you sign up a brand partner, you then, what I loved is you get an introductory bonus, depending on what level you're on, depends on how much your introductory bonus is. But then the most exciting way is to build the business. So you come in whatever package that you decided to come in, get 2 on each leg, work towards becoming a manager, and that was with your 4 friends, and then you will have 330 volume on the one leg, 660 business volume on the other leg, and that's when you'll start to earn the cycle bonuses. Now, cycle bonuses is what's very exciting, because every cycle bonus you get paid weekly is $50, and I mean that is huge when we convert that to rands. So the cycle bonuses, as I said just now, based on volume, and it's whenever you have 330, 660, you'll get a cycle bonus. The next week, you get another 330, 660, you'll get another cycle bonus, and so it goes. And that is what is capped at the $25,000 per week.
Yeah, so it's not only one cycle bonus per week. There's no limit.
No, it can be more. Yes,
bonus,
but each cycle bonus is $50. Yeah, as soon as you hit the 330 or the 660. Yeah, thanks, Amanda, for that. Okay, then the matching bonuses, and this is no cap on this one, and this is where you get the unlimited income potential. And you know what I also love? It only goes down 3 lines. So it doesn't dribble right out down to the 10th line or whatever. It's 3 lines. And the best way for me to explain this is, let's use Amanda. She brought in Kim. So Kim is on her first line. So every time Kim gets a cycle bonus, Amanda will get 25% of that cycle bonus. Then Kim brought in me. Every time I get a cycle bonus, Amanda will get 20% of my cycle bonus. I then brought in Bonnie. Every time Bonnie gets a cycle bonus, Amanda still gets 20% of Bonnie's cycle bonuses. And you know, cycle bonuses are ongoing. They just keep on going. And as your lines, it spreads this way, your legs just get longer and longer. So the cycle bonuses and the percentage of your up lines, your down lines, sorry, just doesn't stop. It's unlimited. And that's why it says with the matching bonuses, it's unlimited income potential. Is anything you want me to add there, Amanda?
Perfect. Thank you.
Okay, so how do we get started? And you'll see that through the slides, it's always just talking about X39, and that's because that's an absolute flagship sleeves of the company. So you can start on the core, and core is, to join on core is $295, gives you 180 business volume, And by signing up with Core, you'll get 3 sleeves of X39. Now, I quite like how Mill referred to it, is referred to sleeves as credits, because X39, so you get 6 credits. 3 sleeves equals 6 credits. That means you can either get 6 supplementary patches, or you can get 3 sleeves of X39, because one sleeve of X39 is equal to 2 credits. And that's what I struggled with in the beginning. So it actually makes it a lot easier to understand. So if you just want to come in and try the patches, the Core is the way to go. Then you want to start building your business, and you can either upgrade to advanced, where you'll pay the difference between $535 and $295, and you'll get a difference in the sleeves. So instead of 3 sleeves of X39, you'll get an extra 3 sleeves of X39, because on advanced, it's a total. Now, for someone like me, I came in, used to be called silver, and because I wanted to go manager, I knew I had to be on gold. So I just took the plunge, upgraded to gold, got the difference in the sleeves. And you know what I did? I just took my credit card. I didn't have the money. I used my credit card. But you know what? The most exciting part is I've paid off that. It cost me 12,000 Rand. If I got it, I have paid off that 12,000 now. I'm in my 5th month. So that's just really exciting. And I'm still able to buy my sleeves with my commission that I'm earning. So come in on Core if you want to try. If you really want to build your business, come in on advanced. But if you're the serious entrepreneur and you really want to give it everything you've got, and you want to have sleeves so that you can give to people, patch people. I wouldn't say give, because people take things like that for advantage, but you want to use your sleeves to patch people. You want to have those sleeves available. It's going to be $1,750, but you'll get 745 business volume. And look at that, your sleeves are reduced to $87.50 a sleeve. Now, in the business, to be active, as a brand partner, you have to have 55 personal volume, which is you need to order 1 supplementary sleeve a month. If you go manager, you have to have 110 business volume, and that is X39, a sleeve of X39 or 2 supplementary patches. Amanda, please correct me if I'm wrong at any time. Okay.
Yes, as manager, 2 sleeves, 1 X39 and 1 small,
and 1 sub.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or you
every
can
month.
have 3 of the smaller sleeves, the supplementary sleeves. Yeah.
Thank you. You know, for me, what I think is, if you're signing somebody up and you tell them you have to keep active to make it worth your while, otherwise you lose your business volume. If whatever it costs you, I think it's 1,850 in rands every month if you're buying the X39. That is your business cost every month. If you run a business, you have business expenses. But, you know, when you come in as a brand partner, you get given a website. It's all part of it. You have access to all the trainings, all the Zoom calls, an incredible community, and your only expense is that monthly sleeve that you have to buy. I mean, that blows my mind. It really does. And I think it's quite important to show that to people, that not only are you able to get a sleeve because you need to keep using the patches yourself, but it's your only business, the investment that you're having to spend every month to keep your business running, which I think is fantastic. Right, once you've signed up and you want to know more about the business, we've spoken about this is at info.com. With other websites, and these websites were put together by Steve and Gina Merritt, who are our, what do you call them? Uplines, but we're right at the top in the States. And
the best uplines.
Yeah, and the best team and the biggest team and an incredible team, because they are amazing. So they have put together these websites, which is phenomenal. And this is a team website. Is where all your trainings are. You will find things that you can print out on how to bring in brand partners, how to keep record of brand partners. It's just phenomenal. I mean, there's no end to the amount of knowledge that is there on thisisateam.com. So yeah, so that is it on as far as the websites are go. And then I say to people, time is now to make your move. Are you serious about your dream, whatever your dream might be? I mean, look at these beautiful dreams. Doesn't the one of the palm trees look the best? This is a hope for your future. And get started with X39, the absolute epitome of what the business is all about. Thank you.
Awesome. You did a great job, Trish. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. I'm just going to
Thank
stop the
you.
recording before it's an hour, because then it just makes it easier. And then we can just talk between us.
Questions?
Questions, anything. So I'm just going to stop the recording quickly.